rid of negativity.
We need liberation.
Come one, come all.
We need love.
Let's share the love.
Where is the love?
This is the best time in our life.
Where is the love? Yeah.
When negativity don't have no power.
Where is the love?
This is our day to change for the better.
Where is the love? The love.
The brothers, the brothers, the brothers, the brothers, the brothers.
All right. Here we are. This is the official The Brothers podcast. We are coming to you, not live yet, but we're coming to you to let you all know that we are here to experience, to share, to love everyone that comes in and subscribe and get into what we're about to get into, because we're all about love, peace, and happiness, high vibration, and making sure that everyone get the best results in their everyday lives.
Right.
So my name is DJ Kai. This is Rashid in the building.
What's going on? All right.
Yeah, so we're happy because this is our first broadcast. Yes. This is gonna be our first broadcast right now. Not broadcast, podcast. You know what I'm saying? So
many to come.
we're looking forward to sharing a lot of ideas with everyone, because a lot of people doing podcasts, a lot of people doing a lot of things that we want to make sure that we are in harmony with what is, because we have something to share as well, and we ain't got a lot of how you say it, frivolous or nonsense, dealing with nonsense. We want to bring something that's going to be real, that's going to be beneficial for you, so that you can understand that there's somebody that loves what you love.
There you go.
So in that, Rashid, you got anything you want to share, my brother?
Oh yeah, man. Definitely, man. It's a wonderful blessing to start this. Myself and Kai, man, we got a story to tell, man. History when it comes to this
fact.
TV and live and all that pre-recorded, man. We're originally from the East Coast.
East Coast, baby.
And we figured, my man called me up and said he wanted to do a podcast. I said, okay, we can get it going, man, and start this, because, when the idea about speaking of love, where we come from, our base is that, everything growing up ain't always peaches and cream.
Right.
We know that. Hard lessons, cats call it hard knocks. We understand all those terminologies because they real, they real. At the same time, since we've been here for like half a century, half a century and then some,
That's
for
a
some
lot.
of us,
50 years, baby.
50 years.
Woo! That's a lot.
You know what I'm
right
saying?
there.
Plus, you got to learn something in that time. If you haven't, man, what are you doing with time? So, our history, man, is more so like, when our younger days, we done live programs, man, back in the day in New Haven, covered quite a bit of ground. And now we're here in the middle of the country, setting it off now.
Kansas City finest.
You know what I'm saying? So, we respect everybody who's doing podcasts, inspiring too, because there's a lot of people that are doing it. However, we figure we take the opportunity as well, man, give our expression, our background, our knowledge, our understanding of things, life. And love is more so on the level of divine, it's none of that shim sham stuff, And a lot of things I'm going to say in certain words, man, it's going to be, different, so that way there's nothing, no derogatory language being utilized, So shim sham, that's that's a word. And I'm gonna describe that for all types of shiggity, shim sham, flippy.
But what you call, as far as the show, as us, we titled the show The Brothers, and the title with it is called Where's the Love?
Right. And
that's our main objective, is because we know that today's society, we done seen so many people. We done saw so many, where they got the TikTok, they got the other different platforms that they showing so much nonsense that some of it's funny though. I gotta give it to you. Some of it be having you cracking up. I was like, what? Yeah. But after you see it, then you gotta say, all right, is this something for my children to watch, or is this something for someone to grow or to improve on in their daily lives? And most stuff is entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to be stuck into the point of just entertainment. We want to be at the point where we are progressing as a people, as a culture, or as a nation, so that we can, have and enjoy each other in the way that we want to be enjoyed. So, just look at it like this. Just look at it like this. You're talking about, you got 7 continents in this world, 7, and we in America barely could get out of our own zip code. We barely get out of our own zip code, but there's 7 continents that's there for us to explore.
Right.
But we can't explore, either because we don't got no money, we don't have no access, and we most of us is brainwashed, locked down here. We scared to go anywhere because so much war and things is happening. You go somewhere, you may not make it back. That wasn't I would say that wasn't the reason why these landmass was there for. They're there for us to enjoy. But here we are, we in Kansas City. We went from the area code 203 to what, 816, 913? You know what I'm saying? We jumped a couple of zip codes, however, but we want to go
Area
further.
codes, yeah.
You got people like Will Smith and all the rich people. They be go. Oh, I've been to Australia about 2 times. 4 times. I can tell you where you want to go. They can tell you everything. You know what I'm saying? But some of us never make it out of our own hood, man.
Right.
Never
true.
make it out of our own hood. That's the sad part about it, man. Because there's so much life has so much to offer, but we never get the opportunity to do it because of circumstances. Sometimes we just in a situation that we can't. You know what I'm saying? Either by mentally or by drugs or by something or some crime or whatever the case may be. We always end up in a small section of the world, which we're supposed to be all over the world having a joyous time. We only got how much time we got on the planet?
Man, it depends.
If you make it 80, if you make it to 80.
Yeah.
So you talking about trees live out longer? I mean, not out long.
Bro, it's nervous.
Trees outlive us.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. In the way we know at this time. But the idea, man, is the idea is to basically, have or take the opportunity that does come. And if it does, great. Take the opportunity, man, to explore. Love is just that, you know what I'm saying? Calls a person to be real submissive to an idea, not necessarily looking at a person per se.
Mm-hmm.
However, ideas is what's something that you can't kill or get rid of, you know what I'm saying? So that's something that we got to always explore. This idea about holidays, this idea about family, this idea about coming together, we should always come together. It's like, football, football, you have huddles, you come together to make a play. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
well, instead of making a play, we make a plan. You see what I'm saying? So, and execute the plan. So
Right.
if the plan is to travel, the plan is to explore, that's where the love comes in at. Those who are unfortunate, those who are fortunate, and then the ones that's unfortunate, we do what? You know what I'm saying? When we have more than what we need, we have somebody else's, so we share that. We make sure we extend that so everybody have the opportunity to be able to explore, whether it be traveling, getting the right education, getting the right knowledge of self, awareness of where you are, what time it is, all of that, man. And then most importantly, having something of your own to express something that is right. Not just doing anything just because somebody else doing it, but do it because it's in your heart to do. Do it because it's right to do. You know what I'm saying? And you'll always be rewarded from that. So that's the base of this conversation and the title of our first recording of a podcast.
First recording, man, of
what
our
I'm
podcast. So it's gonna get even better, but we just want to make sure that everybody put into like and subscribe because we're gonna be moving forward because we got a lot to offer.
Oh yeah.
And we definitely want people to tune in because we like to enjoy. It's not gonna be just about all talk. We're gonna have music, things of that nature. We're gonna have a lot of things that's gonna be happening. We're gonna have people that's gonna be coming on that want to speak about some certain things. So we're definitely going to be doing that. So I just want to thank you all for all of you all to for participating or just stopping in, just checking in. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna be here. The brothers gonna be here because we want to make sure that love is in the building.
In
You know
the
what I'm saying?
building. They
That's
ain't
right.
going nowhere else. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
So
man.
that's the. But one thing I noticed that I was speaking to a person from Europe.
Okay.
He said this is his first time in this country, and the first thing came in his mouth was that the food here is flavorful. He said, "Man, the food here is flavorful," and he said, "These people walk around here with these big cups." He said, you go, you know how they be having them big gulps, like big 48 ounces or 50 ounces, and we sitting there, man. Imagine when that don't happen, you can't do that no more.
Yeah.
Imagine. So they from Europe. He said that it is flavorful. So that means that we here are addicted to taste. You know what I'm saying?
Taste and flavor.
Yeah, they amped it up 100 times. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Oh," I said, "So what's?" I said, "So what's in the food over there?" He said, "Oh, they're just bland. You know, it's very bland." But he said, "Here it's flavorful." So what they got to say for us Americans? You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, we actually consume so much sugar and sauce and different tastes that we obese in this country, basically.
Big time, man. This country is big on.
He said, "What is that big?" He said, "What is that thing that is a big thing?" You know what I'm saying? Like you got a big, they call it the big goat. Like we gotta walk around with this big container of fluids so that we can sustain our livelihood on a daily basis. That is, now you know if you saw Survivor thing, you know how much they would love to have a big container of that with just water in it. You know what I'm saying? And we got big old soda and Slurpees and everything in there, just enjoying ourselves, man. But yet the country in its entirety is still terrible.
Terrible, terrible,
Terrible, man.
This is the real deal. You know, this is what we live every day. So what are the solutions? You know, what are the recommendations, man? What is in plan and what is in motion to correct all of that? Because I'm not slipping on those Slurpees, all that garbage.
Nah. They wanna shoot us up now. You know what I'm saying? They wanna shoot us up with some medicine. You know what I'm saying? They try to make us what they call that, RoboCop? What that dude? You know what I'm saying? No, not RoboCop. What's that movie that iRobot, I think it's called?
Yeah.
With the Will Smith?
Yeah.
A bunch of robots. That's what they try, or making us zombies or something.
Yeah.
Because that's crazy, man. That's the ideal of us got to get shoot up with some medicine to survive in a natural element of life. I really don't understand that. I don't know who came up with that concept, but how is it that something that's unforeign to the body is supposed to make you more better than it is of nature? I just can't understand that idea.
So where's the love? You know what I'm saying? Where is the love? You know, the love is nowhere to be found unless you're actually living it and being it. And that is for sure that you definitely don't want to put nothing foreign in your body. You know, you definitely don't want to do that because you want to live your life as long as you will live.
As long as you want. A lot of people have lost their life because of diseases and things of that nature, which we're sorry for that to take place. However, it happens, but evolution still goes on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, every empire comes and goes. It comes and goes. You know what I'm saying? So America is not going to be the superpower very long. You know what I'm saying? Right now, this is a select few that's taking control of the masses. However, that's going to change very shortly.
And it's already in motion changing.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people may think that everything is typical, but really it's not. You know, it may appear to be so great, but in some cases, in most cases, it's really not. You know, the way you make something great, man, you have to do it yourself and have to be a unified effort. So that's really what it's all about. Whether we're doing a podcast, whether we're out in the community, in the cities, in the different areas, area codes and zip codes, you know, we got to make a difference right where we at, and then just bridge that gap and make it work. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be eating right, clothing right, you know, have your product together, having family together. No matter what it is, it got to be a unified effort, you know. And over time, once again, half a century, 50 years, we can measure that. You know, you can measure 50 years, you know what I'm saying? You can measure 30 years and really see how things have changed in 30 years to 50 years.
I'm glad you said that because of, they said that, I was talking to a brother and he was saying that all the babies that's from the 80s and beyond, or moving forward from 80s moving forward up to this point, never them children never ate real food because the GMO started during the 80s at that time, so they've been injecting it. But they no, so all our grandmothers, our great grandmothers, all of them, they had what you call it, real food. So real, you know what? I can imagine. You know, butter don't taste like butter back in the day. Like
Back
to
in the
get
50s
or
and
cheese.
40s.
Cheese don't even taste like cheese like it was. But I can recall that how butter and cheese used to taste back in the day and don't taste like that. But the children, they don't know that.
Nah, they far from
They
it.
are genetically
Toxic.
modified foods in their system from day one. That's all they know. So you probably figure out. And you know what? I know we jumping around and whatnot, but you know a lot of thoughts always come. But have you noticed how there's a lot of children killing their mothers or they're killing their parents
Yes.
more than any?
Yes.
You never used to hear that somebody killed their parents.
On a regular basis. You know, that's dealing with the food, man. That's dealing with the, you know, the visual social media things that's being pumped into the heads,
Yep.
to the thoughts, man, because thought is energy directed. So when you start to, you know, interfere that, you know, from its natural source, man, you really gonna have a problem. It's no different where, you know, they combine a tiger genes and lion genes, you know, make the liger.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
if they doing that, you know, most definitely they producing things that's dealing with your thoughts or have already done it. You know, music, videos, you know, pictures, lighting, you name it. You know, it's already taking place. That's why I said we can measure 50 years. You know, you can measure 30 years and really see how things change from what 1970 all the way up till, you know, 2000, 2020, 21. You know, so things have changed, man, and it hasn't changed. If you're not orchestrating it, you know, as far as like with divinity, you know, with the natural resources in it, then it's orchestrated by the ones who are not natural and they are not tied to the divinity. You know what I'm saying? So they interrupt that, and we can see that. You know, you got today, you know, men want to be women, women want to be men. You know, that's another big thing going on. So,
But they said that the food has something to do with that as well, as far as to
man.
change your, you know, it's just amazing, man, how life society is, and it to me it just shows me that it is replenishing. You know what I'm saying? The ship is going down. Remember the Titanic? You know what I'm saying? Titanic, and they were still playing the society. Yeah. Play some music, yeah, play some music. We're going down, and then okay, we're gonna play, you know. Man, that's how America is, man. It's going down. It's going down, man.
I remember one of our uncles said that the man yelled out, "Not even God could sink that shit," and boom, tore that bottom wide open and gutted like a fish. Unfortunately, but you know, that's what you get for challenging the real power.
Right.
You know, so a lot of the things that we talk about, like I said, this is our first official podcast recorded. You got DJ KD and Rashid.
DJ Kai in the building.
In the building. You got Rashid here in the building. You know, we the East Coast brothers, man. We've been doing this type of thing before podcasts. So, you know, we have a little history on this, man. A lot of people
50
know
years.
50 years, brother. Half a century. So it's like, this is the time now to kind of bring and help everybody bring everything as one. You know, this is just one of many ways to do it. So we figured why not jump into it or get into it like, you know, like it's already an opportunity to do, and just take advantage, man. So
But like where's the love as far as in the music industry, as far as the rappers is concerned? You know, I think his name was Young Dolph or something like that, and Young Dolph who passed away. You know, condolence to his family and things of that nature. But you got Nipsey Hussle. You have DMX. Yeah, a lot of people had left. You know what I'm saying? Well, DMX left on a certain way, but as far as the other ones that left unjustifiably so because of somebody else's doing, that's you know, we got to stop that, man. I just can't see how. Well, I can see it because negative still exists. But if you don't know how to get yourself out of that negative vibration and bring yourself into a higher vibration, because you got to look at it like this. Even though that's all that's taking place, you know, young brothers that are, you know, trying to do something positive for themselves. But we got billionaires that's out here. And how many of us know a billionaire? How many of us have even seen a person that's a billionaire? How come they ain't getting killed? You know what I'm saying? Like, so they move different. You know what I'm saying? So That's the only thing that you know. Once you're into a higher frequency, and you're in a high vibration, you're automatically going to be in a different platform.
Right.
You're not going to be hanging around in the trash can or the dumpster, or you're going to be hanging around with bums and all that. You're not, because you don't elevate it. You can't go up and then come right back down and then say, oh, and then they go right back. No, you can't do that. You keep going, you keep elevating. That's the ideal of life, is elevating, not never go backwards. Supposed to go always move forward.
And even in that elevation, you want to always have those pipelines and connections so everybody else can do the same. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to come back, always leave a link there or some type of line that everybody can pull themselves up as well. You know, it ain't necessarily about having to be a whole lot of money in your account, but just the fact that you have a direction and purpose, man, what makes it a lot more better and smoother for you. So you're not caught up in the trash can, you know, in the gutter. You know what I'm saying? Cats are getting jealous of you because you starting to shine, whatever the case may be. We know how that temperature is, man. We done been through all of that. So it's like, that's why those who make it out, so to say, and they get to a certain level of vibration, keep those lines and connections there so everybody else can link on and be able to be creative with that link and maybe go in another direction, but don't stay at that low bottom vibration. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where the love ain't there.
Right.
You got to have a high vibe, and when you have that high vibe, keep the connections, so this way everybody else could do the same. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to return, but just keep those lines open so everybody could be able to grow like you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's where the love is at. That's how you express that love. So nobody could ever have an excuse or even a reason to want to try to take your life or make you look bad or look worse than what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It ain't worth all of that. It ain't worth no money. Your life is far more valuable than money, man. That's just something that you utilize to exchange, man. So don't let it get you all into this power trip.
And black people, they get money now.
Yeah, they get
I
money.
mean, we're establishing that point of our life now, that now you got the young brothers and whatnot now start making money and whatnot. But the only thing of it is that we still disunified because we're not doing nothing. You know, it just shows you how that everybody is still in that single personal lifestyle. Like, you know, it's about me, never about the whole. But back in the day, it was always about the whole and never about the one.
Right.
So that has to be changed. But the only way they're gonna be changed, we got our thoughts have to be re-edified, because it's just amazing how these brothers got all this money, man. Like, man, I got I'm about to drop 175,000 on this chain real quick. 175,000. You know what that could do? You know what I'm saying? But we're not thinking like that. We don't think like that. Some of the brothers are thinking like that. I remember Waka Flocka was saying that how he was so stupid to even you know, dropping money on just a jury when he was going into, you know, stocks and investments and stuff like that. What makes sense? Or I think it was insurance that he was talking about. You know, putting his money into insurance and how to all this information that was hidden from us. You know what I'm saying? So everybody else could feed off of us, and then make themselves fat and make them wealthy, and we still here just dogged out. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Where's the love in that? There is no love in that when you want to take from someone else unjustifiably, so take advantage of them because they don't know. That's like being a bully. You know what I'm saying? That's really being a bully. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have the knowledge of what you have. Huh?
Worse than that.
Yeah, so I don't have that knowledge that you have.
Right.
So since I don't have it, so now I'm going to take advantage of you because you don't know. That's like within the music industry when people want to go and sign a contract. They know you don't know the ins and outs of the, and they not going to try to tell you. So they're going to try to use your ignorance as a way of being profitable for them.
Right.
Until you come later. But I'm like, how is it in this day and time that somebody will even have the audacity to try to take advantage of another person unjustifiably so by way of contract? When we had Michael Jackson, we had Prince, we had all of them other ones that went through that process and sharing with us, look, you don't want to go that route. You know what I'm saying? Because this. But I'm just saying that even if you went that route, why the people that's holding down the industry be right about it? Because you can't take the money with you.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. But even in that, man, as you were saying that, what came to my mind is like a lot of people, just on that point right there when you said, even if you go that route, you know, in the industry, right? why not have a security where you actually being protected in your process? You know, people that do right by other people, just to make sure that that particular principle is protected in a way where they can actually be successful, and once again, produce those pipelines to actually connect everybody else in the right way that want to be it. Now, we know, and based upon the evidence that's shown of many artists who've been in the industry, be it from R&B to jazz, blues, hip hop, music, movies, you name it. You know, those who caught the other flip, the flip side of that success, they'll tell you the real stories. You know, some of them are underground, some of them not even trying to be seen, but that's because there's no real love there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what has to be. Because one of the main meanings of love is allowing yourself to serve another when you don't have to. And people like to take the I don't have to attitude, or that separate, like you said, that's, that I'm doing for me and you get your own, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that is true. You want to have your own. However, it doesn't just mean you're singular self, because you get broke easy that way. And you can have your singular self, but at the same time, when you step into a broader scale of things, that's when you want to produce those opportunities for everybody else and secure it, man. Not just sit around, let everybody just fling and be all over the place. Not stop anybody. However, just secure it, direct it, and just make sure everybody has that opportunity to do things right. And let it be more of an innocent error or mistake, not something where it's detrimental. You know what I'm saying? Where you got to take somebody's life just because, cat buy a whole block, on the right side. Now he got big in the hood. Wink, wink, Nipsey Hussle, one of the fallen brothers over from the west side as an example, and then somebody don't like it, they didn't want to remove that type of example, or a live living example to inspire everybody else to do some different positive things. That's the point, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have that love in such a way where you can't look at it like someone like a Nipsey who's going to remove you. You got to look at it as a great opportunity, you know what I'm saying? And you take the opportunity in the right spirit, man, and really start magnifying that. To not do it, it's going to always have that cycle that we all experiencing, where it's like it's up and down, up and down. We got to get this bad boy straight, so none of that up and down and cycle going keep continuing. So yeah, very important, man.
Yeah, I know that I'm listening to what you were sharing as far as brothers and people that's at a level of at their time to be successful.
Right.
And you sitting up here fat, you know what I'm saying? You got money, you pull out your pocket, you got a knot, you know what I'm saying? You got a knot in one pocket, knot in another pocket, you all good up, and you going into an area where people hungry. I mean, even in hungry people, you got predators.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I want more on the plate.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that. He's sitting over there fat. I want to get some of that. You know what I'm saying? But imagine if everybody was full.
Right.
Everybody was fat. Who would you look at then?
Right. You be too full.
Everybody. It's just like you having a good meal. Everybody ate. Now, what if we had a Thanksgiving meal? Right, you sitting over there, you watching all of us eat. You be mad at him. Oh hell, I'm not gonna sit here and while I'm gonna take some of that food. You know what I'm saying? But if you came over here, come on over here and eat with us, and everybody ate, and there's still food left, you want to get some more. You happy? You take your plate. Everybody good.
Or just have it sent over. It's like always have that door open for that. Never leave nobody out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a lot of food. There's a lot of food around here, man. So yeah, it's great, man.
So it's just food for thought, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's our main objective of why we started our podcast is to bring another angle into our journey and other people's journeys to see things a different way. Because you can always have a cake, and you're sitting on that side of the cake. I'm sitting on this side of the cake. He's sitting on this side of the cake. But now everybody got a different view of that cake, but we all looking at it. Your side might be creamy. This side right here, I see some blue coming out of it. This side, and I'm like, man, you ain't see no blue, man, because I don't see nothing on mine. Until you look over to what he got, you're like, oh, dang, I do see that. You know what I'm saying? So we all need each other. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no one man or island. That's impossible. Impossible.
In a right way, man. We need one another in the right way. None of this shim-sham stuff, flim-flam, all that. Y'all know what I'm saying. None of that garbage that's going on, man.
Because it's a lot of things that's happening in the country, and a lot of them didn't know. Like for example, the brother that passed away by way of three Caucasians that came and shot him. I think his name was Aubrey something, Aubrey or Andre, something like that.
Shot him in the back, man.
Now I don't know if they shot him in the back. They shot. I know he got shot with a shotgun. You know what I'm saying? They hunted him down, but they got. But little things like that, man. You know, it's so much, man. We're gonna be talking about a whole bunch of things. But like I said, this is our first podcast. We once again we want everybody to tune in because we're gonna be looking forward to doing this on a weekly basis. So we're gonna be bringing in you different ideas, different thoughts, so that you can be able to know what to do, how to do it, when to do it to. When to do it to, or whom to do it to, right? Whom to do it to.
He's a little rusty, but it's okay.
Yeah. I gotta get back into the rhythm of it. But you know, it's all about the love.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why we up here. It's all about the love. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been doing it for a very long time, and I see other people that do podcasts and whatnot. But I'm saying, okay, I see their flavor. I see how they do it. But however, there's 7 billion people on the planet, and each one of us have our own identity. So if each one of us have our own identity, that means that each one has something to share or something to give to others that's on the planet as well.
And you know the key in that in this podcast is going to be, you know, we're going to be sharing the light in such a way, man, where it got to be universal too. Not to say nobody else don't know what's universal. However, it has to be that way because you have to be able to relate to whatever it is. Like you said, different expressions. You have to be able to relate to it though. Even though this man speaks a certain language and live a certain way, you got to be able to see the right in that and then relate it to you. You know, what can you take from this and apply it to your own situation where you're being productive and inspiring others. So a lot of the ideas we're going to get into as we journey in this podcast, you know, DJ KD and Rashid, the brothers, Where's the Love? You know, DJ Kai, you know, Kai.
That's my old KD used to be back in the day.
So I just gave my ages up, but anyway. So the point is that you know we're gonna come with perspectives, man, that really does touch in such a way where it's universal. I mean, it's not to hurt nobody; it's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got to be all so long and drawn out. However, the idea is that as long as you can relate, you'll be able to elevate and be productive. That's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? This is our expression of this, and that's what we're going to be doing.
Well, I can give one universal truth that they can't deny, and that is that a principle that you could take and live by, and that is that I just had it in my head. Wait a minute. I just had it. Hold on. Oh, that you always get a sign before the real thing.
Sign.
Let's go into that again.
Touch on that.
You always get a sign before the real thing. That's a principle in life. You can apply that to everything, anything and everything.
And you know
that's the truth we're talking about. It's undisputed. You can't dispute that.
Right.
Can't dispute that.
And you know, like the great Marvin Gaye said, and Tammy Terrell said, "Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby." Ain't nothing like the real thing.
So,
ain't
nothing like the real. Yeah, but you always get a sign before the real thing. That's applied to everything. But if you don't pay attention to the signs, then you become a victim of circumstances.
That's deep, man. That's deep. I hope y'all. Our will is that everybody tune in, man, and subscribe once we get this thing set off, and then just make sure everybody tuning in. We're not worried about anything of the world in the sense of like, the material of it. We're more so interested in inspiring those to actually get things moving, and then everything else will take its own course. We're not worried about things like that.
Right.
Our main thing is to get it to the minds of the people in the right way. You know what I'm saying?
And you know that energy gets more energy.
Yes.
So we're putting energy out in the universe through the thing or this electronic medium format called podcast. But that energy is going to touch another energy, and that energy is going to touch another energy, and that's the idea of how people come together and come about with solutions and things of that nature. Now, I want to share this to you. This is food for thought for what I just heard. That the COVID-19 was a serum or a vaccine that was done that they came up with immediately to cure people so that people won't be sick. Now they're saying that there's another virus that's coming by way of Africa, and they said that they don't have no vaccine for that. However, they said they're going to be making one for that. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, how is it that we're so technically making these vaccines so quick, but we got other diseases that's been here longer and have not put no period to none of them?
You know, that's something, like you said, that's food for thought. Think about that. You could come up with the answer for this, as you say, but you haven't even solved this over here. What's the this over here? Diabetes, cancer, AIDS, herpes, you name it. Like all types of diseases that plagues the body way before 2020, way before 1999, way before 2010. Like, so where's all the monies that went towards these research and where all that? Where's the results for that? So we got to really start thinking, man, and really getting into it. And I know there's people aware. I know it is because I see and I hear. So it's like we got to get back into that or return to our real source and power, which is between our ears and the connections that we have, and also the planet in such a way where everything is done right. And there's many different people out here that knows how to bring about and manifest quite a bit of things that are right for us as a people. It doesn't matter. The fact is that we have to return to that. If not, like my man said, you come into them situations, man, or you suffer from the circumstances.
Yep.
And this is the time where you have a clear choice. So yes, we're putting it out in the universe through this podcast for everyone to give a great thought to it.
Now just look at it this way. Now here's you have a diseased body and you die. So either they put it in the ground or they burn it.
Right.
But that information that body contains of that disease or whatever goes into the earth. The earth within itself, which is an organism, automatically going to come up with something that's going to that's going to dissipate or alleviate that disease. They will come up with another thing for it so that it won't be there no more.
Right.
So like the earth will produce what the body needs to sustain itself.
Right.
Because even when we defecate, we spit, we go use the bathroom, all that information goes back into the earth. The earth receives it. So okay, this is what's happening. Blah, blah. We need to produce this type of food for that. Boom, boom, boom. Or we need to produce this type of earth for that. Boom, boom, boom. The earth gonna produce what it needs. It don't need no extra synthetic, plasticky thing that you got to stick in yourself to find out. Nah, man, that's crazy.
Man-made, made-up type of solution.
I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of things does happen by way of creativity, by inventions. Like say for example, George Washington Carver, who took the peanut and made peanut butter. No, that's what he did. Was it? I forgot. But I know he had this something. Now I have to go back and check my history, but I'm just going off the dome. But I'm just showing you that there's a lot of things that we have invented because of certain things that we didn't have. And I could tell you a whole bunch of things. We can go way back, you know what I'm saying? But I'll wait till another present moment in time when we do that, because we're going to have a lot of fun, bringing this information to you.
Man, just in you saying about what's natural, how the planet produces solutions, when you think about nature, when something is produced from nature, like what you was touching on, that simply means without man-made, production involved. It's something basically that the planet produces. Now, since that is a factor, food for thought, you have to explore where and why it was produced that way, and who did it come from, and where did it come from. So it's so many layers to that, that the planet itself produces oxygen. It produces quite a bit that a scientist of this world don't have to go and do anything to it. If anything, like you want to get some herbs or something, you go do the process of cleaning it up, and then you go ahead and take it like you're supposed to.
Make sure you define herbs.
Yeah.
You you're talking about the ganja, man. You know, I smoke that every day. How come I don't feel good? I feel real good.
So it's like the more we start to explore, man, open up our mind, you know, to learn, then we will gain what we need. Like you will never be without. So we have to really, like I said, love means to lower yourself to serve another when you don't have to. We have to be in a consistent way of serving, period, because it's right to do. And when you have, here's another principle. This is another principle. Food for thought. When you have more than what you need, you have somebody else's. When you have more than what you need, you have someone else's.
So you're saying that Usher had 10,000 pairs of shoes.
Yeah, he got more than what he needs.
10,000 pairs of shoes.
And he ain't the only one.
So how do you equate that? You had 10,000. You would have to least. I think you have to wear 4 pairs of shoes a day. One for lunch, breakfast, brunch, dinner, and back. I mean, 10,000. There's 365 days in a year. So you talking about 300 something. So you talking about 4. That's almost like 1,200 times you gotta wear, man.
In my young life, man, the most amount of pair of sneakers I had was 64.
What?
Yeah, the most when I was like 18, I had
64 pairs of shoes.
64 pair of sneakers. And
I
could
ain't never
not
had no
wear,
60.
Listen, and I could not wear all 64 of those sneakers, so I had to give them away. So it's like I'm not speaking it just to quote something. Like it's a real deal. So I can only imagine 10,000. You know what I'm saying?
But some people have a hobby, who is a hobbyist, that they collect those type of things.
That's true. That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? So,
But it still don't cut. It don't go past the principle.
right,
When you have more than what you need,
right,
it ain't say more than what you want.
right,
When you have more than what you need,
right.
you have someone else's.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you got, like you say, you got people they collectors. That's true. But man, what about the need? Like we talk about the need. The principle is divine. The principle is coming from God Himself. That's a godly principle. That's not no person. When you have more than what you need, you have somebody else's. So it doesn't like limit to material things. You know what I'm saying? If you have more knowledge, you have more sight. If you have more activity, you have someone else's. Like you have more than what you need.
Well, I could see where, like, say, like you had some food,
Yeah.
and you got, your refrigerator stocked.
Yeah.
Your cabinets are stocked, so you over here feeling good, and somebody come knock on the door, they come over, and you eating, but you never said you got food to even feed them. Hey man, you hungry? You what's up? Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, but that's given. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that I could see that. I could see that.
It's serious because that's another level of where's the love.
Mm-hmm.
So KD, Rashid,
Kai.
the brothers.
Why I keep saying KD?
Right. This is Kai. This is Rashid. The brothers. Where's the love?
Right.
That's the name of this podcast.
Right.
And it ain't based upon no shim sham. It's based upon what is real, natural, divine, and what is the time that we're living in.
Right.
And what should be done. And you can back this up with all types of principles that relates to the universal order of everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's all practical. It's not mythical. Everything is practical that we're going to be getting into in our journey of this podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And a matter of fact, before we end this, we definitely want to. I'm gonna give you 3 keys that will help you in your everyday life that you can put into practice right now.
Right now.
Right now, and if you do it, you alleviate Satan, or you alleviate negative vibrations around you. And it's three little small keys. Always check, never assume, be specific.
Let me reiterate. Slow it down. Always check. Never assume. And be specific. 3 keys to success, by all means. You live that. Start in your home. Start where you live. I don't care if you're homeless or not. Start right there in your home. Start with self. And you'll see the success right away.
Yep. And you know what? And a person asked me, the dude said, I always share that with people. You know what I'm saying? They're like, well, what do you mean by that? Break it down for me. I said, well, always check means that you always check. like say for example, you went to McDonald's to go get you a burger or whatnot. You know how many times many people went to go get some food, they go back home, then check the bag, grab the bag, and they doing talking and whatnot. They get home and find out something missing. Now they pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Or they try to call, oh man, I got man, they ain't put my sauce in it, or they ain't put it, you know what I'm saying? But if you would have checked it right then and there,
Before you left.
you would have never had that experience.
Right.
Yeah, you would have left in peace and got your thing in peace. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's one way. Then what was the always check? Never assume. We never supposed to assume. What they say about assume?
You know, you make an ASS of you and me.
Right. So you never assume. You know what I'm saying? Well, I thought you said. Now it ain't what I thought you said. And did you hear what I said? Do you know what I said? Now I assume that you said. I assume that you said you gonna be here. Now,
Did you check?
right. And then the last one was being
Being
specific.
specific.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and one thing I was always share with people was that, you know, instead of saying that, yeah, man, yo, man, I hit you up at 8, but you never tell them 8 p.m. or 8 a.m.
Or I hit
So-
you up later.
Yeah, or that too.
What's
yeah.
later?
Yeah, what's later?
What
yeah.
time later, man?
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
be specific. So this way, you'll know how to measure your own motion with that idea that's coming to you.
Right, you don't leave no, man, I told you, nigga, don't you hear? I told you. You know what I'm saying? That cause all that negative vibration when it's not unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? So if you be more specific, never assume, and always check, then you'll never have those type of and it be the simple thing that cause people lives and fighting and separation and everything. Those little things like that will alleviate a whole lot of problems.
Whole lot of problems, man. And it's real like that.
Well, you know, I can say that, you know, this is our first podcast. I just want to thank you all for tuning in. Just remember that to subscribe, you know what I'm saying, and make sure that you lock us in because we're going to be doing this more often. But we're getting ourselves wet, you know, getting wet, you know what I'm saying? You know, we got to, you know, this is our first podcast, so, you know, we're gonna get better as we go, you know what I'm saying? But as of right now, here we are. We from us to you. So what you gonna do? Yeah, I got to make a song of that. What you gonna do now? Yeah.
All right, man. We appreciate everybody that's going to tune in. Henceforward, man, we're going to be doing this many times over. This is Kai. I'm Rashid. The Brothers, Where's the Love? Podcast coming to you on a regular basis, man.
Right.
Appreciate everybody tuning
Right.
in, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
We out of here.
The brothers, the brothers, the brothers, the brothers, the brothers. The brothers, the brothers, the brothers, the brothers, the brothers. We need high vibration.